Welcome back. It is the Hammer Down Show on 1017 The Hammer, the 1017 The Hammer app. We continue to march to week one in high school football locally here. And we are going to hear from Kyle Holderfield. He is the Harrison head coach taking on West Lafayette week one matchup over at Gordon Straley Field. Coach, great to have you back. It's year two now for you at Harrison. So as we get into this thing, I'm sure you finally had time to kind of sit down and review everything. What did you learn year one about yourself, and what did you learn about the Harrison program in the first year?
Yeah, I said this earlier, I think, on WLFI, is like you almost have to take every day for what it's worth. There's going to be bad days, there's going to be good days, there's going to be great days. But just trying to find and solidify like exactly what our vision is. Obviously, there was a lot of carryover from Terry to myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that myself and my assistant coaches and the players, we've kind of found our own identity over the course of the off season. There's a big buy-in back into the weight room. We've gotten a lot stronger this off season through the summer. I think we're one of the fastest teams that we've had at Harrison since I came back here in 2018. Just again, like I said, taking every day with a little bit of a grain of salt. You're dealing with 14 to 18-year-old kids, and there's a lot of things that happen every single day, from their home life to maybe this kid's sick this day, or this kid's missing because of grandma and grandpa or something like that. And, just adjusting with poise, something that we say a lot.
And it's just the sheer volume, too, of kids that you have wanting to come in through the program, too. I mean, you guys have always had a great turnout there. That can't be easy to do that. So after you had that time to review everything and take a look at that, what were some of the goals that you set for you and your coaching staff entering into year two? Things that maybe you saw from the previous year, you're like, hey, we got to get better. We got to adjust this.
Yeah, I think our passing game last year was fantastic, but we wanted to solidify our running game a little bit this offseason, and we're blessed to have Zion Clopton in the backfield coming into his junior year. He had about just north of 500 yards rushing last year as a sophomore, and just got offered by Ohio over in the MAC conference. And, we're blessed to have Zion, so that's going to help. But we also have some other good running backs and fullbacks and H-backs and all types of bodies. I think that's going to help with our run game. And like I said, our offensive line got pretty strong this offseason in the weight room, so we're excited to see how much more physical we can be. I thought that was something that we lacked a little bit last year on both sides of the ball. So that's really been an emphasis through spring and summer, is, playing hard, playing fast, playing physical, playing with some attitude, playing with a little bit of our chip on our shoulder. And our guys kind of took that to heart this summer, and we competed against some of the better teams in the area, I think. And then we also went up north and scrimmaged Fort Wayne North, who I think could make a run in 4A. We scrimmaged 6A Elkhart, some teams that were more athletic than us, but teams that we played physical with. And I think we did a pretty good job, and I think it was a good, barometer going into the season.
Nothing that I enjoyed more last season when coming out to Harrison was to watch Zion's dad right next to us. And after you make a play, you look over and like, did you teach him? He's like, I know. I know how you do that stuff. I mean, even Press's dad, which is always really fun to watch in real time. So you guys are going to open up against the Red Devils. This has been a little rivalry here over the last several seasons. It's great. You guys, I mean, the fields are only, like a mile and a half away, whatever it is there. I mean, it's crazy. And such a great coaching staff they have over there at Westside, too. You guys are going to make that trip over to Gordon Straley Field. In planning for them, it's always hard to plan week one because, you just really don't have all the tape. But, I mean, what in your prep has been standing out about West Lafayette, or what have you noticed as you guys prepare for this matchup on Friday night?
Yeah, they bring back the majority of their offense. Fielder Mekai and Blake Biddles, their quarterback, and Kojo Steffi. They bring back some of their better players on offense. And Coach Fry's always had a really well-tuned offense, and I mean, he's a Hall of Fame football coach, and he's done a great job, his entire time at West Lafayette. So they're going to be coached really well on offense. They're going to be coached really well on defense with Coach Roseman. They changed their structure, their defense a little bit. It looks like similar to kind of what we used last year and many years under Coach Peebles. And they're always going to be really well coached on special teams. I mean, like you said, they have a great coaching staff. The majority of their coaching staff have been together for 15 years or more. It's never an easy game. It's a rivalry game. It's the last time we're going to play them. Our contract's up, and after this year, we start playing Whiteland, so another 6A opponent after this year, which we're looking forward to. But it's kind of closing the chapter. But we know it's going to be a competitive game, and we know that they're going to be really well coached. And like I said, Coach Fry is one of the best in the state of Indiana, so we don't take anything lightly going into this week.
Let's talk a little bit more about your staff here, who you've got on the field. Give me a couple of these names that fans might not be familiar with, but they're going to get real well acquainted with because they're just popping off in practice.
Oh, so some of our boys, yeah. Like I said, Zion Clopton, people are going to be familiar with Zion.
It should be
Henry
by now.
Aiden, yeah, and went to state in the track and field too in the hurdles. And at 5'9", that's no small feat. Henry Aiden's going to be the quarterback this year. He'll be his first year starting as a junior. He quit basketball this winter and really dove into quarterback drills, played some winter 7-on-7, kind of traveled all over the place. Sully Garrett's back as our leading receiver. I think Sully had 51 catches last year. Gage Lyons is a senior running back that had 2 broken ankles last year that he played on for 6 weeks, so he's a tough son of a gun. And then up front, we're replacing 4 of the 5, but I'm really excited with the kids that we're replacing them with. They are strong. They're all about 6'1", 270 pounds, and they're just kind of strong meatheads in the weight room. Cooper Hartman's our returning senior offensive lineman. And then we're really excited for Ryder Munn at center, and then our left tackle is a sophomore, Colton Beasley. He's about 6'3", 275, and we love those 3 guys, and we think that they're going to do a really good job. And then on defense, we return Cole Robertson. He's our returning leading tackler. And we got some newcomers up front. We recruited the hallways pretty good this winter and got a guy named Wes Senesac back out, who was a varsity wrestler last year. Wes is about 6'2", 225. And just has a motor. I mean, it was darn near impossible for us to block him. Nico Papadogiannis is back out playing middle linebacker for his senior year, and next to him is AJ Gabriel playing middle linebacker. And I'm really excited about the defense. They play, like I said earlier, they play hard, fast, and physical. They play with a lot of attitude, and they fly around. And kind of the heart of that defense is a junior named Timmy Moats that plays outside linebacker. He's really kind of taking the leadership role on, and he's done an outstanding job this summer and into the winter. And he's the one that sets the tone on the defense.
Really excited to take a look at this Harrison Raiders squad. Again, opening up at Gordon Straley Field against West Lafayette. It's going to be a really, really good one here. Coach, it's always a pleasure. Very excited for the Raiders this year, and best of luck on Friday night.
Yep, appreciate you, Jared. Thanks for everything you do, man.